What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Since last time, I restocked my supply of X potions, and just now I restocked my supply of Phoenix Downs, so we are ready to conquest more species, so to speak. So next up is Tanket. Thankfully the hardest ones are, well, the most annoying ones are all done with, so now we're pretty much just left with physical guys. And this guy isn't really anything all that special. He has pretty high defense, but he's kind of slow, and even when he attacks you, I think he does pretty decent damage, and I think his attacks can berserk you as well, but honestly, neither of those things are particularly dangerous. At this point, with Auto Phoenix on everyone, the only stuff that I'm really worried about are attacks that can hit everyone. And Tanket drops defense spheres. Next up is Fasten. This guy can be kind of annoying. He's probably not going to be any trouble for me, but I actually had to fight this guy earlier because killing him is the easiest way to get light curtains. And if your stats are kind of low, he can be very annoying. He has an attack called like triple attack or something like that, where he like uses a elemental beam attack on all three characters. And stuff like that is the kind of stuff that's dangerous. Obviously, I killed him just fine, but and like I said, he drops light curtains. But if your stats are lower, like you're just trying to build your ultimate armor, and you want to kill him for light curtains, that triple attack can be a real doozy. So next up is Sleep Sprout. And this guy, okay, well he has a high chance of putting you to sleep. And can't remember if it poisons you as well. I don't think it does. But long story short, he has a high chance of ambushing you, but if he doesn't ambush you, then basically you kill him in one shot. And he drops 2 teleport spheres, which is mighty fine if you need to get around the sphere grid quickly, which at this point, honestly, you probably don't really need to do. Next up, Bomb King. And I don't think he does anything really special either. I think he grows like a normal bomb does, but he grows every 3rd hit. And yeah, if you're doing max damage, you can kill him before he even grows the 2nd time. And he drops Doors to Tomorrow, which at this point are completely useless. I mean, they're useful items, but you get way more of them than you actually need. Juggernaut! Now, like the creatures that this guy are modeled after, he has a fireball attack where on his first turn he will charge up, and on the 2nd turn he'll spew fire at you. I think that might be kind of dangerous. It might be, if your stats are like looking like mine, it might be something that does like 2,000 or 3,000 damage. That's just a guess. But the reality is that it takes so long for him to get his turn that it's not really realistic that he'll even be able to use it. And normally he would drop Strength Spheres, but he dropped Dark Matter. And I believe there's only one guy left. The Ironclad. And this guy can be pretty tricky. So he's got Rapigeki, which I'm pretty sure he counterattacks everything you do with that, so that can be pretty annoying. And of course, he also has high defense, so there's a good chance that you're not going to be doing max damage to him. And as I mentioned in the last episode, a lot of these enemies, they can be armor broken, but their chance of it working is very low. So unless you have Orin with his limit break, which I don't, because his third limit break is guaranteed to inflict all the break statuses on the enemy if they're susceptible to it. So unless you can use that, then it's not really worth armor breaking him. And I wouldn't go out of your way to use Orin for this, just for that, if he's not one of your kind of primary characters. Now one of the things you want to do with this guy is you probably want to try and make sure that at least one character has full health at all times, because he does have a nasty attack that can hit all enemies. Honestly, I can't recall how much damage it actually does, so better to err on the side of caution. I would say I would speed this up like I did with Jungle Clan and Nega Elemental, but he hasn't done everything that he can do yet, so I don't really feel that that's the best idea. Although at this rate he may yet end up dying before he even gets a chance to. Like that. Okay, well, that was that then. And he drops HP spheres. And that is all of the species conquests. They are most notable because they all drop, well, almost all of them drop the attribute increasing spheres. So it's good to keep in mind which ones drop which spheres. But anyways, now it's time to move on to the original creations. And they are some of the hardest enemies in the game. And we haven't actually even unlocked the last one yet. To do that, we have to beat all of the area conquest, species conquest, and original monsters, which is a large part of why I'm doing this. So, we start off with Earth Eater. So, as you can see, he's a reskinned Chocobo Eater. So anyways, start off with normal attacks, and he'll counterattack with Megaton Punch, which just eats your face. After you do 100,000 damage, he will flip over onto his back. At that point, he'll stop. He doesn't do anything on his turns, but every time you attack him, he will counterattack with Flare. So at this point, basically, the rest of the battle is going to be just me attacking him counterattacking with Flare, one-shotting me. I get Auto Phoenix back to life, and I'm not even going to bother healing because he's just going to end up one-shotting me even if I had full health. I might be able to reduce the damage that he does below 9,999 with Shell and 5 Focus. Focus is, but it's not really worth it. It'd probably end up just taking longer having to like heal myself back up than it does to keep going with Auto Phoenix keeping me up. So anyways, I am going to speed this battle up. Okay, so he's done with. And how long did that take? Like a minute? Not that long, but I mean, it's not the most entertaining thing to watch. And he drops fortune spheres. He also drops armor that comes with auto potion. So if you're looking to build a new armor, that's you might want to kill him a bunch of times. Otherwise, can make you a good deal of money. For fighting the species conquests and the original monsters, a lot of times you actually end up making money, despite them being kind of expensive. Anyways, next up is the Greater Sphere. And truth be told, fighting this guy is pretty much identical to fighting the Nega Elemental. So I want to get focus up 5 times. And after that, it should just be a matter of attacking over and over and over again. So I once again am going to speed this up. Okay, he's finally dead. That took a little over 6 minutes. Yeah. As long as you've got a decent amount of magic defense, he's pretty easy, but he can be extremely time consuming. So he's a big pain in the butt. And for killing the Greater Seer, we get a bunch of Seer levels and 2 luck spheres, which go well with the 2 fortune spheres that the Chocobo Eater gives you. So anyways, that's about enough for today on Let's Play Final Fantasy X. More original creations next time. Catch you later.